I wanted to get back to when you were talking about solitary confinement. I don't know. I know that you've been following the Assange case, and
Yeah. Oh
tomorrow
my.
there's going to be a worldwide event. They're going to have a human chain around, Belmarsh where he is, um, and other places in the world. And then in Washington, D.C., Misty Winston put together a big demonstration in front of the DOJ and FBI to drop the case. As you know, he's an Australian citizen being
Yep.
extradited to the United States under the Espionage Act, and it's ridiculous. And the charges should be dropped. And that's my opinion. And I have that opinion because he published war crimes, and other media outlets published them as well, and yet he was targeted and imprisoned in Belmarsh, which is one of the harshest prisons in the world. And I
Right.
guess I wanted to ask, if you could talk to people that are at that demonstration, what would you say about Julian Assange's case, what he's facing, and what your thoughts are about it?
Well, I would say you guys fight. You fight for his prison, for his freedom. And you know why? Because they're gonna bury him alive, and therefore they will make him as an example for others who would like to talk publicly, who would like who raise their voices against the war crimes. They will put him like it's like a burning a witch. And what they do today, they make this case maximum publicly, so everybody knows that they should shut up their mouths. The same they did with the people on the 6th of January. Many of them were just trying to show their position. Some charges, as much as I can see, they could be real. Some people were aggressive. This is true. But some people just came there. And they are charged for years in prison. And the extreme charges of money that they can never pay. So they can pay, they go to prison. So what I would say to all the people who support Julian Assange, because if we guys give up, we all will be next. And they're going to find everybody. You cannot even imagine how many people they extradited from different countries, how many Russians, just for doing nothing, basically nothing. Even these people, even when they did something, it doesn't matter how the United States can just go to any country and take a person they don't like. Like, it doesn't work this way. There should be safe places. There should be a fair court. How would you imagine the jury is going to react on Julian Assange? Guilty. And even if one person is against, they just put all this case on hold. He goes back on solitary confinement, and it can be until, well, anytime. There is no time limit. He could stay there forever. They will just, have one person who disagrees with the decision of the jury, and it goes on and on and on again. I know this because I was given the same choice. That's why people plead to anything, because to have all the juries agree that you are not guilty, let's be real, it's impossible. Look at the percent of the people who were convicted, 99.8, sometimes 0.9. You're going to be convicted. You have no choice. And what they do with this Assange, and I know the conditions. They're going to put him on solitary confinement. Just think for one moment, everybody who is watching this podcast now, just, lock yourself up in the bathroom with no phones, no lights, nothing, just for an hour, 2, 3 hours. And then think about, I spent there 4 months. He's going to spend their life in these 4 walls and nothing else, alone with himself. Like, basically each day you're going to lose your mind and trying to, first you're going to fight, then you're going to give up and you're going to fight again. And you go, you know how many people convict suicide during being in solitary confinement? If you compare with the, like the average general population in prison, it's more in 60%.
Wow.
So you can't imagine what people do.
I didn't realize that the number was that high. 60% of people in
California. I'm happy to send you a link because I was, for my book, when I came back, I was trying to understand why the time goes by when after my imprisonment, right? And I should be fine. It should get better, but it doesn't. And I still have certain, fear inside of me, fear of solitary confinement. Seems to be someone would say like, what's bad about it? You just go in solitary cell and you sleep all the time and you're fine. Some people do it. They will offer you drugs, special medication, and your brain is becoming a vegetable. You just become a piece of British word, porridge, oatmeal. This is your brain. This is it. But a human being, look at the Bible, is not born to be alone. We need social contact. We need somebody to talk with.
We need safety and connection, those two things. And that's what they take away.
Right. So what I do today, and I was writing to the United Nations about it, I think we should, the United States can call solitary confinement anything, but as it is said in Shakespeare, rose is still a rose. So in this case, in this case, so all these different names should be taken out. People shall not be put on solitary confinement more than 15 days. The international rule is 15 days. And they're going to put Julian and Assange there for life. This is not normal.